Here with the NFL Live crew, Dan Graziano, Ryan Clark, Field Yates. I'm Susie Kalber. As we head into the 2020 offseason, guys, what do you think was the most impactful move of last year's offseason?
I think the 49ers drafting Nick Bosa with the #2 pick had a pretty big impact. I mean, so many first-rounders already in that defensive front, but he seemed like he unlocked everything, right? Like playing at an incredibly high level all year as a rookie. He's probably the best of the bunch, but I think he helped elevate everyone else. And here they are playing in the Super Bowl as a result of what that defense has been able to do.
I mean, this is probably going to be kind of off of what people think, but I think Ryan Fitzpatrick to Miami, listen, this was a team that for all intents and purposes, everybody thought was trying to tank, that they wouldn't want to win games. And you go get Fitzpatrick, and he refuses to just go away quietly. He refuses to not go out there and give his all each and every week. And so now the people around him, they begin to play. They begin to believe in the fact that they are still here to win football games, and they are a huge reason that we didn't see New England in the divisional round. We didn't see the Patriots in the AFC Championship because of the loss to the Miami Dolphins. They had to host the first game, which they end up losing.
How about Tyrann Mathieu to the Chiefs? 3 years, $42 million, so that's right at the top of the safety market. And you know what he's been? Worth it, worth every penny. We got the quantifiable stuff. Leads the team in defensive snaps played. Up there for most interceptions on the team. A guy that deserves all sorts of individual accolades, but here's something non-quantifiable the Chiefs will tell you. The emotional energy he brings every single snap and what he does, think about this during the postseason. Down by 10-plus points in both games. Him and Patrick Mahomes refuse to let this team wilt under the pressure of having a multiple-score lead. Both games being played at home, by the way. Tyrann Mathieu has been one of the best defensive free agents we've seen over the past 5 years. Remarkable for the Chiefs.
It was a fairly active trade deadline as well. Which team do you think kind of missed the boat by not making a move?
Ooh, man, I was going to say, now, you know, there are a lot of teams that were active and make a deep push that made a move. Is there a team that really stands out?
What about the Eagles?
I was gonna say,
the Eagles, should they have gotten a wide receiver? Would that have been a big deal?
Well, I think everybody thought the Eagles would look for a wide receiver. And remember, they were also in the market for a cornerback, or at least people thought they would be. They had injuries in the secondary. And we talked about Pat Peterson. It was Chris Harris Jr. So many teams or names linked to the Philadelphia Eagles. They never make those moves, and not having that receiver, not having that cornerback hurt them down the stretch, especially when they experience more injuries.
Yeah, it's hard to nitpick when a team made a nice deep run, but maybe the Seahawks as well would be a team that becomes to mind. And it's not necessarily that they were a bunch of guys that were sort of available and they could just have for nothing, but a team that felt like it was playing above expectations all year, maybe could have used one more piece really solidified.
What about a non-player move? The biggest
non-player move of last offseason.
An executive coordinator.
Well, I was going to say, how about the moves you don't make? Robert Saleh, remember last year? Everybody say, hey, Robert Saleh, get him out of here, fire him. Find somebody else who can actually coordinate a defense. Seemed like that one worked out okay for the San Francisco 49ers, a guy that was on the head coaching radar in 2020, and we expect him to be on the head coaching radar again next offseason. Keeping Robert Saleh really paid dividends for San Francisco.
Well, I think to get Kubiak into the offices in Minnesota, right, this was a defense that you were offense you were trying to get rolling. Kirk Cousins seemed like a guy who wasn't necessarily worth the money. You bring him in, you get to that stretch type of zone run, and now you can get to the play-action pass and take the deep shots. And I think after about week 3, once we heard Kirk apologize publicly for some things he did to Adam Thielen, I guess that were wrong, we watched this offense take off, and I think he was a huge piece of that. And now Kevin Stefanski goes along, and he's the head coach of the Cleveland Browns.
We can look forward to another very busy offseason by the NFL front offices.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports, more analysis, download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+. We'll see you there.